The Vernetic solution was originally developed for the U.S. intelligence military environments. They had a problem in that they'd have intelligence agents, say in Afghanistan, in a cafe, and they had to use the public internet, but communicate back to Washington, D.C. And they had to be able to secure those communications so that the bad actors didn't intercept those messages. So Vernetics created the technology that allows us to do just that. So it's more secure than a traditional VPN, and it's more effective at protecting your applications and networks from cyber attacks. Now, we're going to prevent people from getting into your network and protect your network before they get in. So envision a scenario where you can provide secure access to anyone in your organization with zero trust, military grade end-to-end encryption while being completely invisible to non-authorized parties, shutting out cyber criminals and ransomware attacks. We're not going to solve everything, but we're going to make a significant difference. So this is before they have a chance to penetrate your network. A lot of the technology in the cybersecurity world is based on after the bad actors have already penetrated your network. So for example, Cisco Secure Connect is a traditional VPN, but they have additional modules that you can purchase, $8 a month, $10 a month, whatever it is, that add more security. But all of that is on the back end after somebody's already penetrated your network. And they're good solutions, but I'm going to try and show you a more proactive approach here. We're going to show you how to eliminate open holes in your firewalls and networks that allow these hackers to have direct access into your internal servers. Then we're going to show you, as I just said, we're going to create invisible private sites. Now, VPN stands for Virtual Private Network, but it's not private. Then we're going to show you significantly how to automatically mitigate and transform stolen credentials from phishing attacks into useless credentials. And that's without any IT or end user intervention. And one of the other final benefits of this solution is because of all these other features, we're able to significantly reduce the potential for being susceptible to DOS surveillance, open ports, scanning attacks, all of which exploit the vulnerabilities at the IP address level. One of the weak links in an IT organization is the legacy VPN and the policy access gateway. And I'm going to use a healthcare example here. They had MFA already installed. They were using both Citrix and Cisco. One of the problems is walk into a healthcare environment and they say, geez, Citrix does its job, but it's very expensive. It might be $450 per license for that ability. So the hospitals, they're contracting with radiologists. Maybe you've got 200 radiologists that are doing the review of those exams remotely. And you don't want to give them a complete Citrix license because they don't need it. They only need to be able to access one application, say the PACS system. And so what they do is they turn to a Cisco Secure Connect, a Sonic Wall from Dell, or a FortiClient from Fortinet, and use just a basic VPN to connect in. Now, the problem with this is these legacy VPN connections, yes, the tunnels themselves are connected, but they offer no other significant security protection. And when you connect to the network using this traditional technology, you're connecting to the physical network. So that means, in example, let's say you're going to go to a shopping mall. When I walk into that shopping mall, I'm going to be able to see every store in that entire mall. And I can go move around anywhere I want and go see whatever stores are in there. And that's what the hackers are doing, is they're getting in. They know how to break down the legacy VPN technology and get into your systems. And then they run around and implant ransomware. And as I said before, the IT organizations, are implementing a multitude of back-end security solutions. Cisco has its umbrella products. Palo Alto has their products. Everybody's emphasis is on the endpoint And we're going to show you how to prevent a breach before the hacker gets into your network. One of these radiologists falls for a phishing attack. And this hacker is ecstatic. They're jumping up and down because they now have the keys to the kingdom. And all they've got to do is go to your public portal, log in with those credentials, and they have instant access right into your network. They'll spend months implementing these bot programs, spreading them throughout your glass house. And then 3 or 4 months later, all of a sudden, you've got a mess on your hands. By implementing Vernetics, we're going to do things a little bit differently. We're going to replace
Okay.
that VPN with
Log
the
in and back
Vernetics
in or back
client, the
in.
Vernetics Matrix server. And the first thing is the Vernetics Matrix solution has a proprietary secure DNS. We shut down all your firewall ports, and it's a split tunnel connection, but this DNS server, this is a part of that intelligence community technology that makes your portal or the URL completely invisible. I mean, you could steal credentials, and you're never going to find the URL to log into that because you're not authorized. This is where we go beyond a traditional VPN. Behind the scenes, there is a dual authentication going on with X509 certificates. Vernetics says, I'm not going to let you in until you've authenticated at the user level and the device level. And all that goes on instantaneously behind the scenes. And then you'll get a connection into the Epic application. Some of the benefits of this is that the remote access portal that you allow people, whether it's employees or remote physicians, contractors, what have you, is truly private and invisible. Secondly, that dual authentication reduces the number of steps necessary to log in to, and it creates a faster one-click virtual network connection. Now, I know, having worked in the healthcare arena, physicians are very picky about how long it takes them to get into the solution. If you've got angry physicians, how long it's taking them to get into and access their systems, this will put a lot of smiles on their faces. And one of the other significant differences is once you're authenticated, it creates an isolated wormhole connection, not to your physical network, but to the individual application. So, using that shopping mall analogy again, if I've only been given access to Epic, or let's say a sporting goods store, all I'm going to see when I enter that mall is the sporting goods store. I'm not even going to know that there's other stores out there. And I can't move around to go potentially infect other parts of the shopping mall with bot programs. So that really eliminates the lateral movement across the physical network. So here's the difference in terms of the phishing attack aspect. That hacker, again, gets one of these contracted radiologists to fall for the phishing attack. He gets the credentials, he gets all excited. Then he tries to log in. Well, he can't find the public portal in the first place because he didn't authenticate at the device level. And he can't authenticate at the device level because he doesn't have the Vernetics client on his laptop or his connection. In essence, we automatically transform those stolen credentials without IT having to jump in and do anything to protect. It automatically turns those credentials into useless credentials without any end user or IT intervention. We can't stop phishing attacks, but we can make it so that they're ineffective as an attack means. Vernetics is offering right now a fourth quarter special, if you will, a 2-for-1 legacy VPN trade-in special. If you have 100 Fortinet client VPNs, we'll give you 100 for the price of 50.